Meet me on your mat. Find your arms reaching long, roll the shoulders back, feel the anchored weight into the sits bones. As you inhale, reach through the top of your head, proud chest. As you exhale, roll back on your sits bones, tuck your tailbone under. Pull the belly button to the spine as you slowly roll, vertebrae by vertebrae. We find the back all the way to the mat as the arms reach long overhead. You could take an inhale as you lengthen. And as you exhale, arms reach to sky and lengthen by your side body. Roll the shoulders down the back. And then just set yourself up in that position where our feet are flat to the mat, parallel in line with our hip bones. Find your toes spread wide. And again, reconnect to that proud chest shape. Find the length from the top of your head all the way to your tailbone. And then arms lengthen longer, palms press into the mat. We arrive with our breath, taking a deep sip of air in through the nose, into the belly. Exhale, release breath through open mouth. Another deep breath in, sniff through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, release. Final belly breath in. Inhale, expand the belly, the ribs all the way. As you exhale, blow out a candle through a straw. Hollow through the core, release every last atom of air and hold. Switch your inhale wide into rib cage. Exhale, close ribs together. Feel the chest drop, upper abs connect. Keep that connection as you take another wide breath. Back sides of the ribs, feel them spread to the mat. As you exhale, close your ribs together, pull the belly button to the spine, and tilt hip bones to your face. You find your core hollowing with that breath. As you inhale, anchor your tailbone heavy. Try to keep your ribs to the mat. Again, exhale. This is our pelvic tilt. Scoop into your belly. Pull the belt buckle to the face. And inhale, anchor tailbone, but keep the ribs glued. We'll pause here for a moment just to notice what is happening in the body. Your tailbone is pressing to the earth with that light pocket of air at your lower back. And then notice ribs glued to the mat. Find the upper abs to press the bottom tip of the ribs deeper and pull your belly button in and up. Kind of like we're pulling our abs to our face. This is called our neutral spine. We want to embrace it here. Take another wide breath, back of ribs. Try not to let your ribs just flare out. As you exhale, scoop into the belly for that pelvic tilt. Hollow into your core, hips towards the face. Inhale, anchor the tailbone without losing upper abs. One more time, exhale. As you inhale, anchor that tailbone. You are solid in your neutral spine. Again, tailbone heavy, low back, light pocket of air, rib cage sealed to the mat with your upper abs. Lengthen through the fingertips so much that your palms hover off the mat. Our shoulders are down the back. We'll start with our 100. This is an inhale through the nose for the count of 5, and an exhale out through the mouth for the count of 5. With your Pilates breath, we inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, blow it out, hold. We'll add a pump of our arms with the count of breath. It's kind of like you're pumping your arms through honey or molasses, so it's sticky and it's heavy. This is our 100. Start with the breath. Inhale, pump. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep on pumping with your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lengthen through those fingertips. If you want more challenge here, you could bring your chest lifted to a curl. You're lifted the shoulder blades completely off the mat. If you want more challenge, you could take one knee to tabletop, stay in neutral spine, or both knees to tabletop, inner thighs glue together. If you want your full progression for your 100 position, we extend our legs out to that 45-degree angle, keeping our gaze tucked to the belly button. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Reach longer through the fingertips. Use your upper abs to lift. And then hug your knees in, rest your chest down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath into the belly. Exhale, hug your knees light into the chest. Search for the release within your hip sockets. Take another big sip of air in. Belly expands. Exhale, blow it out. Knees hug in. Option for progression, curl your head towards your knees. Use your upper abs to lift shoulder blades off the mat. Find your fingertips to your shins and extend the elbows wide. Shoulders drop down the back. With your exhale, lift your chest a little higher with your upper abs. From here, extend your left leg long. We be mindful that our outer hand, the same hand as the bent knee, fingers are towards the ankle. This is your exhale to lift your chest higher. Inhale, switch your legs. Exhale, pull. Inhale, switch. Exhale, pull. This is the single leg stretch, also known as our one leg pull. We find, again, the fingertips, same hand as bent knee, towards the ankle. That helps with our alignment within the hip socket. And remember, you can always keep your chest lowered. Stay in that neutral spine. We're here for 3, 2, final time, each side. Hug it in, rest it down. Take another deep belly breath in. Exhale, gentle squeeze, knees towards chest, gentle rock, massage through your lower back. Let some tightness and tension melt away. And come back to center when you're ready. From here, extend your straight legs to the sky, fingers reach above the shoulders, and roll the shoulders down the back. Take a deep breath, toes are pointed, chin nods to chest, exhale, chest lift, curl. Fingers reach for the back of your right calf, and left leg lowers halfway down. Lift your chest a little higher here. We inhale, switch the legs. Exhale, switch the legs. Sniff. Blow. We first teach the body to be stable on the hip bones. That would be our pubic bone. Not rocking or shifting in this area. And then be mindful that you're not just pulling the leg towards you. We want to be lifting our chest higher. That engages our upper abs a bit more. And you could always upgrade your breath to inhale, lift, exhale. Inhale, glaze past each other, and exhale, lift the chest. That's always up to you, but rest your chest when you're ready. Roll the shoulders down the back. Just find a moment of stillness. If it feels good, you can find hands to top of knees and invite your knee circles. I recommend having the knees circle opposite directions so you can really feel that lubrication through the hip sockets without your pubic bone rocking. Everything in the upper half stays still, and then reverse your direction. This is for your mobility in the hips without putting any tension on them. Then from here, we'll finish with our core series, legs in tabletop. Arms reach up to the sky. Take a deep breath as you nod chin to chest. Exhale, curl in that chest lift. And then take the fingertips behind the head, elbows open wide. Extend your right leg out. Cross your right armpit towards your outer left thigh. Inhale, switch to the other side. Exhale, switch. We be mindful to keep the proud chest. It's like we're rolling on the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Shoulders are dropping from the ears. And then notice the lower you take that reaching leg, the more challenging it will be. But in Pilates, we don't want to go past a 45-degree angle because then we lose that neutral spine. Stay with that breath. Remember, Pilates breath is that exhale out of the straw, blowing out a candle. Rest when you're ready. There are so many variations within all of those. You always have a choice of how you do it and how you flow. Take a deep belly breath in. Exhale, gentle squeeze. From here, anchor your feet to the floor and then find the length again from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Heels step in line with your hip bones, toes spread wide, legs parallel like a number 11. Roll the shoulders back like you're tucking shoulder blades into back pockets of your jeans, and arms lengthen through the fingertips and spread the fingers wide. Take a deep breath in, back of ribs, and feel the ribs spread onto your mat. Exhale, close the ribs together and pelvic tilt, just like we did at the start of class. Inhale, anchor tailbone. Now exhale, pelvic tilt again, and then we keep on rolling up for the articulated bridge. Peel your tailbone off the floor. Slowly your low back peels. Mid back, use the core. And pause at the bottom tip of your shoulder blades. Squeeze the glutes to lift the hips higher. But be mindful the Pilates bridge is different than yoga bridge. So we don't want to arch the back all the way. We keep the top half of our ribs sealed all the way down. Take a deep breath in, lift your hips higher. And exhale, articulate through the spine. We melt the chest, your mid-back, very slowly the low back. Keep the tilt, and inhale, anchor tailbone down. Exhale, tilt hips to the face, hollow your core, press down through the heels. Try not to squeeze your glutes yet. Use the core to peel bone by bone, and then squeeze the glutes at the top. Inhale, lift those hips. Exhale, melt. Chest, mid back. See how slow you can go with your low back. And carefully release at the bottom. Inhale, tailbone taps. Exhale, tilt to peel for full articulation. Use that core. Peel bone by bone. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lift those hips. We hold at the top. Let's all drop the top half of our ribs and close the ribs together with our upper abs. Can we walk our fingers longer towards the heels, rolling the shoulders down the back? We just want to find the best Pilates shoulder bridge possible so that we notice what it feels like and we can apply it every time. Squeeze the glutes, lift your hips. Pull your heels to your glutes and notice the top of your thighs reach over your toes. Lift your hips a little higher and try to tuck the hips towards your face, scooping into your belly and tightening through your waist. From here, we can press down through our toes. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, press deeper through your right foot. Peel the heel off the earth. Inhale, lower the heel down, tap. Stay with that right side. Exhale, press into your toes, lift the heel high, and inhale, lower. Notice the stability in the top half. I started to lift my ribs and arch my back, so remind yourself to close your ribs together and keep the shoulder blades pressing into the floor. We're pressing deeper into the second and middle toe on the right side, just to anchor your alignment and not roll out to the pinky toes. Press so deeply that you squeeze the calf at the top, almost like a stretch. Last two, full activation. Keep your left glute squeezing, hip is lifted. We'll roll that heel down and switch to the other side. Exhale, press to peel. Inhale, lower. Be mindful here as you press into your toes. Try not to send the weight into the top of your head. Keep pulling your right glute to that heel so energy reaches out through your knees. Can we find our waist tightening in? Exhale, hollow through the core. Belly button pulls in and up. Remember to search for that stretch-like feeling through the calf at the top. Full activation. From here, we'll lower down both heels. Press into both toes. Exhale, peel the heels up. Now, always option to modify, staying with one side, but you could alternate instead. Now, notice what's happening in your hips. Try not to let them just pop up as you lift and pop down as you lower. Try to keep your full Pilates bridge solid, hips steady in space, glutes tight. We're just rolling through our ankles. Last two. Final time, peel those heels high. Take a deep breath in. Always option to flatten the feet. As you exhale, take right knee to tabletop. Inhale, lower toes are going to hover. Exhale, knee lifts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last time here. Hold the knee above the hip. Extend toes to sky. Flatten the left foot down. Lift your hips a little higher. We pulse. 5, 4, 3. Squeeze the glute. 2 and 1. Bend the knee. Anchor flat foot in line with the hip. Inhale, squeeze your glutes. Lift those hips. Exhale, melt your spine down. You deserve a break. Gentle rock of the knees. Focus on that lumbar spine, releasing tightness. Bring it back to center when you're ready. Arms reach, shoulders roll back. Spread the toes and fingers wide and press deeply. Big breath in, back of ribs. Exhale, pelvic tilt, scoop to peel, bone by bone. Squeeze the glutes as you lift to the top. Beautiful. As you exhale, press into your toes, peel both heels high. We'll be here for 2. Hollow through that core, belly button in and up. Last time, heels lift high, hold it. Anchor into your right toes, squeeze the glute, and as you exhale, lift left knee, tabletop. Toes are pointed, inhale, lower to hover, exhale, lift. Be mindful, shoulder blades drop back into the mat. Try not to just pop up here. Pull your weight towards your heels. Back of the legs turn on. Glutes are tight. Hips stay squared for 2. Notice we don't tap, otherwise we'd lose our shape. Last one, lift the knee above the hip and extend toes to sky. Flatten that right heel down, squeeze the glute, reach it up. Pulse, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, flatten the foot, square the hips, inhale, lift to reset. Very slowly melt the spine as you exhale. Take your time. 3, 2. Inhale, tap the tailbone down. We will do one more articulation in the best form possible. This is to create space in the spine for a feel-good release. Wide breath in. Very slowly, exhale, tilt and peel for 6, 5, 4, embrace your alignment, 3, 2, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, 6, 5, embrace that tilt, 4, use your core, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job, guys. Allow your arms to open wide, or you could cactus. And gently rock your knees side to side. If you would prefer to go wider, you could always separate the feet to the edges of the mat, getting more into our thighs and the hips. Let something go. And when you're ready, bring it back to center, hug the knees into your chest. We'll do our final core finisher. Legs extend to the sky, grab the back of the thighs. Make sure it's not the back of your knees. Point the toes, reach energy through top of ankles and legs. Flex your toes and pull, heels reach to sky. Point, inhale, lengthen. Flex, exhale, stretch the back line of the body. From here, we'll point our toes, anchor your tailbone down so your straight legs are stacked above the hips. And then we go into our Pilates first position. That means within the hip bones, you turn out. So it's like you create this small pie slice between the big toes. You're reaching out through the toes pointed, and then you could stay with your head lowered, palms press heavy, neutral spine, or imprinted for support, low back glued. Or you could progress, fingertips behind the head, elbows wide, and exhale, chest lift, curl. Whatever you choose. We start our lower and lift of the legs. Inhale, straight legs lower, only 3 inches. Drop the belly, exhale, lift straight legs up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Tighten muscles to the bones here. Notice I'm not just swinging my legs as low as I can go. I'm staying tight.
And with each exhale, I hollow the core and I use my upper abs to lift my shoulder blades higher. 3, 2, last time. Hold it. Drop your right leg down like our scissor shape. Take opposite armpit, outer thigh. Go into another crisscross with straight legs. 3, 2, 1. Hug it in, rest it down. Deep belly breath in. Exhale, hug the knees to chest and gentle rock. From here, anchor your feet. From here, extend your legs long. We will get set up for our roll up. We extend our body out to the length of the mat and then reach the arms up. Your palms could be flipped to the sky or towards each other, shoulders down the back. Your biceps are next to the ears. Now, a quick little setup note. The feet together, reaching as long as they can, heels pressing into the earth, toes flexed, will be the most challenging position here. And then you could open your heels out wider to the corner edges of the mat, keep the toes flexed, but heels pressing and reaching. Or anywhere with your knees bent for a little bit more support. You have all of these options to decide what works best for you. Flex the toes. Again, lengthen. And as you inhale, arms lift, chin nods to chest. As you exhale, press into your lower back. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We inhale, sit tall, shoulders roll back. As we exhale, we roll back on sits bones, tucking tailbone under. Scoop into your core to lower bone by bone without any momentum. Inhale at the bottom, arms start that lift, chin nods to chest. Exhale, press into your low back, pull the belly button to the spine. And then as you sit the ribs above the hips, you inhale, restack all the way. One more time, exhale, roll back, scoop. Feel it in the core to control you here. Shoulders are down from the ears. Heels stay pressing and reaching out long. Inhale to lift, chin to chest. Exhale, press into that lower back. Use the core to pull yourself up to that tall, stacked spine. And then we shift our legs long. Keep them parallel, toes flexed. Inhale, and then exhale, round forward. Tuck and scoop into your belly as you reach your fingers over your toes, parallel to the earth. Inhale here, tailbone heavy, fingers reach longer. With your exhale, pull from your core. Scoop into the belly. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Roll it up to restack. Inhale, proud chest, tall sit. Chin to chest. Exhale, round, scoop, and lengthen over the legs. Inhale here. And exhale, bring it up to restack. This time, float the arms up to the sky as well. Inhale, tall sit. And exhale, circle the arms out wide. Relax the body. You can just relax your feet and then find our side bends. We will have one arm down by our side. Doesn't matter which side here. Reach up. One arm as we inhale, palm is towards our head. And as you exhale, reach up and over like a rainbow shape, bending into your bottom elbow. Try to stay heavy in your opposite hip. Drop your shoulder. Inhale, rotate ribs up slightly. And exhale, restack the spine, sweep the arm down, lift up on the other side as we inhale. Exhale, side bend over like that rainbow. Drop the shoulders, but keep reaching through the fingers and the hips in opposition. Inhale into the space between the ribs as you flare the ribs up. And exhale, restack all the way. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. When you're ready, we'll cross the ankles. We'll find our quadruped position, shifting our weight forward. Now, chest to the floor, palms are underneath our shoulders. Spread the fingers out super wide here. And then find your knees located directly under your hips. We'll start with a cat-cow. You can just let your feet do whatever they want. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, chest reaches up. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, press the earth away to hollow through the belly. Inhale into our extension, shoulders roll back, heart reaches forward as your ribs drop. Exhale, press the earth away as you tuck and round. One more here, let that feel good. Challenge your range of motion for a deeper stretch. Land in your flat back, neutral spine. So we went into two extremes, extension and flexion. Now we're back in that flat back. This is our neutral. So remember how it felt to be in neutral spine on the mat when you were on your back. And try to find that here. We'll start by breathing into our belly. Just let the belly hang out, drop to the floor. And as you exhale, pull the belly button all the way in and up. One more time, big belly breath. Try to stay flat in your back as much as you can. And exhale, blow it out. Release every last atom of air. Hold. Then from here, take the breath wide into the back of the ribs. Exhale, slight tuck of your pubic bone forward and under. And then inhale, let the tailbone release back to neutral. That's our neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Press the earth away. Pull your triceps back and your biceps forward, but then press into your base of the pointer finger. Flex the toes under, take a deep breath in. Stay connected as you exhale. Press the toes into the earth and lift your knees up. This is our plank prep hold. This is a great place to notice if you're feeling any pinching, maybe in your lower back or your shoulders. And just use this movement, this position to learn. Do I need to tuck forward more? Do I need to let my hips reach back? Am I dipping into my shoulders and my head is dropping? Try to press the earth away and find that longest spine possible, reaching the tailbone away from the top of your head. You could challenge this by tapping your knees as you inhale and exhale to lift. 3, 2, 1. Rest the knees and child's pose back. Allow your arms to reach long. Your knees could open wider, big toes to touch. Inhale, embrace that reach. And as you exhale, allow yourself to melt into the earth. Another deep inhale. And exhale, heavier hips. More. Take one more breath here. And exhale. Then round yourself forward and get set up in our side lying position. So in our side lying series today, we will rest our ear on the bottom bicep, and we want to scoot the back of the body to be in line with the back edge of the mat behind you. Your tailbone is reaching long away from your head, And you want to find your knees about halfway bent. They're not all the way into your chest. And find your toes flexed so they're pulling back towards your shins, towards the face. Allow your bottom rib to just heavy onto the mat. Maybe you take your bottom hand under the rib cage. From here, can you reach your top hip away and lift the bottom ribs off the mat? That's using your bottom oblique. Hold that connection with the bottom oblique so you don't just drop down. We want to keep space away from the floor. And then find your top hand to your top hip. Notice if your top hip is pulling back and try to keep it forward. We try to say to ourselves, press the bottom hip heavy and lift the bottom oblique off in opposition. Back of the neck is long, so we're not crouching. And from here, we find our top knee and heel lifting together with our exhale and inhale to lower. With your top hand to your hip, again, notice, is my hip pulling back as I try to lift? In Pilates, we focus on our form above all else. So we would prefer that you keep your shape in the strongest and best form possible before losing the form to go in a bigger range of motion. Sometimes smaller is better. Find that squeeze of your outer side glute. Last two. Keep your ribs pulling together with your upper abs. Heel is in line with the knee. We hold at the top. Squeeze into the glute, pulse the leg up. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee to parallel. Reach the toes out. That'll be your inhale. Your spine is super long. As you exhale, pull the knee into the chest. It won't go all the way into the chest, maybe more to the lower belly. Exhale, drive it in, and flex the toes at the same time. Inhale, point, reach. Keep your hips as stable as possible. Exhale, pull it in. If you ever need more support, again, you could pull the knee in more. That'll be a little modification. And if you ever want more challenge, straighten your bottom leg out long at a diagonal. But if you notice that you're wiggly, we start again back in that middle position. Last two. Extend out for your final time, but we'll hold it here. Reach through the toes. Try to squeeze the muscles into the bones. As you inhale, we sweep our straight leg forward. Stay parallel in line with your hip. Flex the toes. Exhale, drive that heel behind you. Hips stay stacked. Point. Inhale, sweep. Flex. Exhale, drive the heel behind you. Squeeze. There's this beautiful little pinch that happens with that heel reaching. And the more that we embrace it and hold back there, the more we can find that pinch. And that's why we're here. For 3, 2, final time. Toes will point. Reach to the front corner of your mat at a diagonal. Keep the bottom oblique lifted, core is tight, and start to circle. The circle is happening within the hip socket. We should feel the little pinch within our glute. Can we reach longer through the toes and tighten the muscles to the bones? About tennis ball size or maybe a golf ball. 3, 2, reverse. You got this. Try not to wiggle. Keep that length. Crown of the head long. 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. You could take your top hand to the fist and pound out any tension that you notice. There are so many options with our side lying series. We don't want to be in them for too long because then we start to feel it all. So we're gonna shift into, okay, you guys set up for the work. Okay. Okay, from here we'll sit ourselves up for a little intermission work for teaser prep. So our arms reach long, shoulders roll back. Inhale, sit super tall. As you exhale, roll back onto the sits bones, tuck your tailbone under. Find the C curve in your lower spine. Shoulders drop down, but try to tuck the ribs down to the hips with upper abs to pull your chest forward. Then from here, we can take one leg to tabletop, lower it, exhale, other leg to tabletop, lower. Notice I'm pulling from my core. Try to send it into the core rather than the hip flexor. That's where the mind-body connection comes in here. Now, option to challenge, you could lift one leg up, toes are pointed. You could hold and notice, can I balance? You could lift both legs up, squeezing the inner thighs together and balancing on that tailbone. Keep that C shape in your lower spine. Send it into your lower core. This is that teaser prep. Always option to hold hands to back of thighs and pull your chest forward. And then we could also extend our legs long. Now you could practice extending one leg. Notice if you get any shaky quakies, tiny muscles turning on. Or you could extend both legs. We're here for 3. And eventually we reach the arms in the same line as the feet. Final time. Carefully rest it down and sit all the way up. We could butterfly our knees and take a nice hip opener stretch. We'll carefully restack all the way up. And then let's turn off to the other side for side lying glutes. You lay long, back line of the mat, bottom ear stacked on the bottom bicep. We stack our hips, we stack our shoulders, top hand to the top hip. Knees are halfway bent in, and we flex our toes to our face. This helps turn on the back line of our body, and our shoulders are down the back, proud chest. Bottom rib lifted off the mat with that oblique. And then from here, as you exhale, open the knee and heel together without the hips opening or turning. Try to reach energy out through the heel, squeezing through the back of the leg, feeling that side glute as you lift the knee and foot. Try to use your exhale to power this movement from within the core. We think hollow and pull your upper abs together. Remember, you could always pull your bottom in knee deeper for more support. You could always extend your bottom leg out for more challenge. You got choices always. Then we'll find the knee in parallel position and reach the leg long. Again, find full extension. So out through the toes and the back of the neck, crown of head. That's an inhale to reach it out. And then exhale, drive the knee in without the hips shifting. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. This practice is about the mind-body connection. Search for the knee bending in line with your top hip. Your hand is on the hip, so feel that movement. Be straight, parallel, no turning out, no wiggling. Last 2. Full extension, toes point. We reach and hold and add our sweep. Inhale forward, flex, exhale, drive that heel back. Point, inhale, sweep, flex, exhale, drive it back. Try to send your weight into your bottom hip, pulling that bottom oblique off, almost like a paper could slide under you or a little mouse could crawl. Use that hand on the top hip just to notice your lower ab engagement so the hips stay stable. Search for that pinch as the heel kicks behind you. Toes point to the front corner of the mat. Keep that engagement. Reach and circle. You got this. This is where that burn happens. We feel all the spice of the work we just did. Tightening muscles to the bones. 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Be mindful you're not circling at your ankle. It's within the hip socket, pinching that glute. 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Top hand to a fist. Pound out any tension that you notice. Let it melt away. Here, let's press ourselves up to a seated position. And so we find ourselves with the palms stacked under the shoulders, fingers spread wide, knees under your hips. Let's go into another cat-cow. Find your neutral position to get set up into our plank. Step 1 foot back, anchor onto your toes. Press into the foot and lift the other leg back to meet it. The tighter the legs are together, the more challenge this will be. And the further apart the legs are, the more supportive. You could also drop it to your knees and press your hip bones forward, chest away from the earth for that half plank. You always also have the option to bring it down to your forearms, whatever you choose to hold. Challenging the core and all of the connections that we've made here. Allow yourself to breathe into the back of your ribs. Embrace your strength as you exhale. Blow it out. Tighten the core, in and up. Press the earth away. Take another wide breath. Exhale. Blow it out. Shoulders drop from the ears. One more wide breath in. Exhale. Hips pike up and back, like our downward dog. Allow yourself to arrive here. Inhale. Chest can drop to the toes. Exhale. Option to bend one knee at a time. Pedaling the feet. You could even twist into your hips, letting some tension go. Come back to center. When you're ready, round your spine by lifting the heels, curl it forward back into your plank. And as you inhale, slowly bend the elbows, chest lowers to the mat, and we get set up for our swan, a little extension work. If this is not applicable for you, you can always go back into your cat-cow. We find our legs parallel, toes reaching up from the earth. You're lifting with the top of your thighs, squeezing your glutes, pressing your hips heavy. Find the belly button lifting off the earth like there's an ice cube. The water is cold and melting. Shoulders roll back. From here, soft tuck of your chin, smooth skin, back of the neck. Exhale to prepare, lift the belly off the floor. As you inhale, gently peel your heart forward, shoulders roll back for our baby swan. And exhale, lower. Keep that reach through the toes. Press, inhale, peel the heart up. Keep the gaze softly tucked down. And exhale, melt. Try not to press the belly into the earth. Send it into your hips and your glutes. and lift the ribs off the mat. 2 more. Inhale, peel. Shoulders roll back. Find that upper mid-back extension. And exhale, melt. Make this the best one yet. Shoulders roll back, elbows tuck in. Inhale, peel. Exhale, lower. And then find your child's pose, pressing back, hips to heels, arms reach. Walk the fingers forward, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips heavy. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, heavy hips. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat. Allow your fingers to stack however feels best. Reach through the fingertips and pull the hip back in opposition. Take a deep breath into the space between the ribs, intercostal muscles. And exhale. Bring it back to center. Walk to the other side. This is a little bit of lateral flexion. Reach through the fingers, hip pulls back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come back to center. Get set up for another plank here. Always option to do forearms instead. We round it forward. We step into the feet and we lift into our plank. You could keep your plank exactly as it is, or we progress to a little flow. Take your right hand center of the mat, pivot on your feet so that your heels touch toes, and then reach top arm to sky. So your feet are staggered, your shoulders are stacked, and your gaze is up. Inhale into that side plank, option to hold, or exhale, thread the needle. Slight lift of your bottom torso, bottom waist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. Feel that twist. Keep your shoulders stacked above your wrist. Last time. Exhale, deep thread. Then keep on rotating. Find the hands square to the mat. And then turn off to the other side. Rotate through the feet. Hips are squared and stacked. Top arm reaches. Gaze up. Inhale. Exhale, thread. Inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale. Last time. Keep on rotating. Square the hands to the mat. Land with a squared chest. Feet could either be together or separated. Press the heart away from the earth. Take a deep breath in, shoulders drop. Exhale, pike your hips. We've made it to our stretch moment. Find your right leg reaching long, toes point as we inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee towards the nose and then turn outside of the right wrist. Your shin is somewhat parallel to the front edge of the mat, and this is that pigeon stretch. We allow the back foot to relax. We press the fingers into the earth. Inhale, heart reaches up, shoulders roll back. And exhale, melt the chest forward. Allow your head to rest or float. Be mindful of your alignment through that reaching straight leg. Allow yourself to rock gently on the hip of the bent knee, or stay resting in stillness and breathe into the sensations that you notice, inhaling deeply into the tightness, and exhale, let it melt away. Next inhale, start to lift, bring your hands back to your mat, press into your palms, lift and press into your back toes, find the plank, and exhale, pike, downward dog. Left leg reaches out, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, send the knee out, side of your left wrist, and allow the back leg to rest. Inhale, heart compress, lift forward, shoulders back. And exhale, melt. Allow a gentle rock if that feels good. Or remain in stillness and breathe. Trust your body. Remain present with your breath and what you feel. When you're ready, bring your palms to your mat and then gently lift yourself up to seated. Sit off to one hip and swing your legs forward in front of you. Legs could be straight or knees bent. We scoot to where we could lengthen to the full length of the mat. Arms reach long. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, tuck. Roll the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Arms reach long overhead. Full body stretch or any final movements you might need to arrive into our cool down. Arms lengthen long by our side. Shoulders roll back. Palms could be up. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes. And allow the magic of the movements to cycle through your cells. Present with your breath. Invite the wiggle back into your fingertips and your toes. Start to circle within your wrists, your ankles, and invite any fluid movement that your body, your limbs are desiring. Coming back into the space in which you are in. Reconnect to your breath. And meet me with one palm to our heart and one palm to our belly. We'll end with a deep sip of air into the belly, fullest expansion, lifting the breath into our heart space a little deeper. Open mouth, exhale. Deep belly breath in. Lift. Exhale. Let it go. Deepest one yet. Big belly breath in, full expansion. Lift into the heart. Sip in a little more. Exhale, let it go. Allow yourself to recognize and embrace your power, your presence, and your strength. Remind yourself to embrace gratitude and keep this energy with you for the remainder of your week. Thank you for joining. Namaste.